I gotta show you guys this because my car is doing something weird again. And no, I haven't messed with the tuning. I have not messed with the taser, but watch what happens when I start the car. What? God, Valkyrie's confused. All right, we're back again. Over here at Eric's. If you remember, when the diff blew up, we had to pull off the diffuser and all that because it got fucked up anyway, and that's the only way that you could really access the diffuser. So, last night, what we did is we went through and did an oil change because yesterday morning I went to do a hard acceleration through a code. Cars tell me low oil, dirty oil. Eric, what do you think the condition of that oil that came out was?
It was bad.
It's pretty bad?
It's pretty bad. I mean, you know, it wasn't completely terrible, but he was
a little low.
He was a little low on the fluid, so I mean, you're gonna throw a code like that every once in a while when you get that low. So.
Yep. So, what's the plan today?
Well, the plan is to work out a diff brace, get the front splitter back on because we took it off yesterday because
it's the only way to access the oil pan.
Yes, because MFR they don't have this designed for a V6. The splitter is designed for the V8s. So.
Well, who would have guessed, man? Race car parts for a V6.
Well, you know.
Hey, we made it work. I mean, it's just
we had to make it work.
Way more complicated oil change.
And it's not that complicated. I mean, you got 10 bolts you got to take off.
Yeah.
Underneath it, and then you've got your
the two support rods.
And that's it. I mean, it's not that bad.
So get that back on, and then
get that back on there.
Trying to get the other airplane part back on.
Get the diffuser brackets welded up, fixed back up where I want them, so we don't have to worry about them ripping off when, or if or when you have to get it.
Hey, you better knock on that wood. You knock on that wood. How dare you?
Race car problems.
Race car problems.
That's what that is.
And then we have to think about the exhaust tips just because it's going to be a pain in the ass to do all this and then have to put those shits back on.
That shouldn't be that big of a deal to me.
Yeah. And a little bit of a heads up on the exhaust tip stuff. We searched. We tried to find exhaust tips that were going to be offset so we could use a custom set. We were even planning on building some, right?
Yes.
It just became too much of a headache, so we said, fuck it. We're gonna put the stock shrouds back on, and I'm just gonna let them get carbon black. So, no crazy exhaust tips going on Valkyrie, but everything's gonna be combined with the diffuser. Now, we have a crazy mod coming here soon. It's a, would you call that a visual or a race car mod?
Visual.
Visual? Yeah, we got a visual mod coming.
Yeah, because if they tell you to take it off when you go to the drag strip, that's not race car.
It'd be race car at like Le Mans or a 24-hour.
You're in a boat. It doesn't turn.
Hey, you drive a Jeep.
I know I do. And you know when the wind blows, it does this shit.
Yeah, I know. Literally, been in there. We almost died one time. We went to a lake. I have to find that clip and put it right here. You remember that?
See what?
The time that we almost drove it to a lake in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had fun.
White people.
I can do.
So, all the mounting pieces for these are off now. What are you doing?
Okay, so they're the stock tips. When Rip did the exhaust, they put the mufflers, when they did the pipe coming out of the muffler, instead of coming straight out of it, they offset it. So usually that's not a big deal. The issue on this car is that you don't really have any, you can't find any other tips that are offsetting. So I cut the mounting brackets off of this, and I'm actually going to weld those onto the muffler tip, and then that way you've got your tip. And the reason we're putting this on there is because the heat generated from...
Oh, let's just show them.
Okay.
Let's just show them. So the one thing you don't want to do, right, is have something that doesn't redirect exhaust fumes because they're fucking hot, right? So I set my bumper on fire.
You get a little bit of that.
Melted it just a tad on both sides.
Yep.
So yeah, that was feeding hot air directly into this. And I like to drive like an asshole a lot. So I'm actually surprised this is all the damage there is.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Not too bad. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to fix that first. And then I'm going to think about the diff brace. And then start welding on the brackets.
Hey. Look at that.
I know.
That's why we're in here instead of on the forklift that you guys love so much. Is because that shit is about to be ugly. So Eric just got done stripping the trunk. You nasty fuckers. So why'd you do that?
Okay, so I'm gonna weld the brackets on the for the diffuser. I'm gonna weld them on the actual trunk deck. So if there's anything touching the inside of that metal when I start welding it, more than likely that will catch fire, because that does get red hot. It will catch fire. Remove all that, and then, you know, when you are welding, have somebody just kind of watching it to make sure nothing does catch fire, because you don't want to burn your car down.
Yeah, you're right. So we've had a bunch of Corona. What's up, buddy? What are you about to say? So we got some Coronas over here, right? I want a Corona. We got refrigerators, but fuck it. Why not use survival training? So, wet towel. We're gonna go put. That is not doo-doo, by the way. That is oil. Oh, no, did it get you wet?
You got me wet. All over my back, no wet.
Wow. So, we're gonna let her sit in the wind for a minute. She'll cool off. You'll see. It's gonna be delicious. And again, Corona and Valkyrie. And big ass storm coming. Holy fuck.
Yep.
That was not there 20 minutes ago. It's about to get interesting, Tater. All right, so what have we done here? We've already gotten them. You figured out which side's going on which?
Yes. So you have an angle going this way, which aligns with the bumper. So we're gonna set it like that.
Woo! And just weld it directly on.
And I'm just welding her directly on. Probably put a couple of braces in there just to make sure she stays where I want her to be.
Roger, Dodger. Cool.
Yep.
Eric is right now welding in the rain. I don't think I need to tell you guys how dangerous that actually is.
It's not.
It's not. It's just a giant electrical current.
No.
Alright. Exhaust tips are on. Now we're going to start working on the big airplane piece. The giant airplane piece.
Yes, we so what we did for the whole SEMA gig, thought, okay, we don't want this to rattle off, so we actually did a Loctite. Well, the problem with Loctite is
it locks stuff on.
it locks it on like really well. And a crushed nut is not something you should do that to. You heard it here.
Oh God. Well, I'm gonna get yelled at for that one.
Well, no. Well, this it has a it actually has a God damn it. Exactly. A lock washer on it.
Oh, yeah.
That's supposed to help. That's supposed to keep it from backing off, but I wanted to go an extra step, and that extra step bit me in the ass cold.
Yeah, the night before we were supposed to leave for SEMA, we were still working on it at 2 a.m.
We were balls out, man.
Yep. Yep. Okay, and then you plan on welding the brackets directly to the car?
Yes, I'm gonna weld the brackets directly to the car so we don't have that so we don't have the worries of the actual brackets backing off. When you have a thin piece of metal like that, when you have this attaching to a very thin piece of metal with just a what are those called? A self-tapping screw. That self-tapping screw is not that great. So a little bit of rattle will actually make them get loose, and then you gotta go retighten it. Then you gotta go retighten it. And this is underneath this big thing, so you can't really retighten that.
And here's the thing about it too, and what a lot of people are forgetting about this is the diffuser is actually functional. So that thing's actually moving with the airflow a little bit. As you move the airflow, it's going to be backing stuff out because everything's moving. This is going to adjust that and mitigate rattles.
And it's not just that. I mean, you're talking about, it's a car. Nothing on a car is completely solid. There's rattles through it. The motor moves.
Yep.
The transmission moves.
Yep.
The rear end moves. Everything.
The diff really moves.
Right? So that's part of the problem. You have part of the issue. You have all these things that are moving, and when you try to make something where it doesn't move, it's gonna still move, and those little movements.
Well, even the chassis flexes.
Make it. Yeah, I mean, even any little bit of rattle, vibration, it ends up backing stuff up.
Zerena's here.
Yep.
Zerena's here, sir. Eric's cutting off pieces of glycerin and sugar, also known as Loctite. I'm gonna go check on the Corona. It's already raining, so bear with me. Might be a little windy. Sorry about that. Ugh. Yes, I'm lazy and I didn't go under the door. Get over it. Is she? Oh, she's so cold. You see that? Ooh. Think I'm gonna have a Corona. Eric to the rescue once again.
Yes.
Did it work? It did, and you can actually see it coming out. Eh. Redneck engineering. Eric looks homeless again.
Always.
And now it's time to put the airplane parts back on. You guys want to see a cool stain? It's not really a cool stain, I'm lying. That is all diff fluid from when I blew up the 308. Yeah, this hasn't been on the car since we took it off and replaced the diff, which has been a good, what, month and a half?
Oh, yeah.
Easily?
Easily.
Oh, big girl.
Just normal stuff, man.
Woo, MFR. The real aero, right, is mounted in the car. See, our aero isn't just bolts on the bottom of the car. It's literally being connected to the chassis of this motherfucker. In other words, it will never move again.
In other words, it's just a big pain in the butt. But it's okay.
Race car problems. Alright, so a little bit later in the afternoon, we had to go get some food. Been here for a hot minute now. It's time to eat. Where are we at? What are we doing?
Well, I got everything welded on there like I wanted to. Took the nut shirts off, welded nuts on there, and now I just need to get these two figured out. Because when he got it on the wrecker, it broke these two brackets off right here. So now I've got to figure out what I want to do, how I want to actually get that to mount there, and then I'm done with this.
Yeah. Last two steps of the day: putting the splitter on and creating a diff race.
Yes. Not much more to go.
Boom. Wow. Hey, you said that and the sun's still up.
I know.
Strange.
Very. Ah.
Same spot in the armpit again?
Right in the armpit again.
God damn.
Unfortunately. Oh, I am cutting a template for Diff Race Day. Oh, or Diff Race time, I don't know. I'm playing with cardboard and a knife. Probably gonna cut my fingers off.
Don't do that.
Oh, why not? Shit. I only live once. Oh, I could do the stabby wave.
Oh my god. There it is, guys. Everybody always looks for the weird Eric. There it is. There's your dose of
weirdness for Eric today?
Yep.
That was almost my face.
Don't slice your face. We don't need a joker.
Why I'm so serious?
Oh my god.
Yep,
oh
yep.
my god.
That's what I said.
Yo, so I'm over here at Eric's right still. He's building the Diff Race, right? I'm thinking, yo, more Coronas, right? There's an old ass fridge back here, but apparently it has power. I see it's plugged in, so I'm like, all right, cool. I'll put these in here, right? Hold on, y'all ready for this shit? Hold on, Eric, give them a backstory. How long has this shit been in here?
Probably ever since we've been at this shop since 2012, maybe even earlier. Maybe
7 years?
more.
You ready for this? Yeah, are you? Yeah, here. What? What the fuck? Is that another one in the black bag?
Probably.
Oh my god, bruh. What the hell? Only in Texas, dog. Wow.
Not mine.
Hey, are they yours?
Who you kidding around? All that hating still can't bring me down. Matter of fact, look how I'm living now. Can't give you figures, it's a big amount. Spanish woman with me sipping crown.
What happens when you lose your chuck and you can't find a good chuck bracket that mounts to the chassis here?
I'm on another wave, a different sound. I'm like 2:45. I'm still working 500 degrees. Passion burning. I think you forgot. You must have forgotten. I do this a lot. I just made it up. Yeah. It's Nate Rose sipping bourbon in the gold. Say, hey, that's how I roll. I just had to let them know. If I have to ask again, tell them hoes out of yours. Call my phone, that's a no. I suppose I let them go. 86. I'm like 2:45. I'm still working 500 degrees. Passion burning. I think you forgot. You must have forgotten. I do this a lot. I just made it up.
All right, that was the montage of Eric creating this thing. So tell the people, what'd you make, buddy?
I made a Diff Brace. Woohoo! So yeah, that's it. Thanks. Bye. No.
You know how many people would be like, what? Wait!
What the fuck? Okay, so your diff comes up and it mounts to your it's actually your whole rear chassis. It's what connects all of your lower control arms and all those components. So it comes across there, and you have two big old rubber mounts that go through there. And the reason we're putting a diff brace on is because that ends up moving quite a bit.
Yeah, when you accelerate, the diff flexes because of those rubber mounts.
And that's one of the reasons why that they're blowing all the diffs.
Like we did! Hey! Super cool.
So there's two bolts that go straight up into the chassis. So that's what these are going to be for. And then you take the two outside bolts on the diff out. They're pretty long. Their torque spec is between, I don't know why in the world it's got an in-between, but it is an in-between. 80 foot-pounds to 90 foot-pounds torque. I'd say just 85 foot-pounds of torque, you'd be good. So those two bolts come out, made a template, welded it up. Now I'm going to put those two bolts in there and those bolts up in there, and that'll actually brace that diff to where it won't move as much when you're doing your accelerating and your launches and stuff like that.
So what that literally is insurance to not blow up the 9-inch rear end in the V6.
Yep.
Boom!
And it's pretty.
It is pretty. And it wasn't $250.
No, just 3 to 4 hours of
Eric time.
Yeah. Which is worth absolutely zero.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
It's difficult. So here's the actual diff. That's the bolt that I was talking about. And let's see. This And this is the actual chassis part right here. That clear, ooh, yeah. That's the actual chassis part that the blue bolts there. And of course I gotta move the light again. And that's where that mounts up to there. So bam and bam. And then same thing on this side. Being dark sucks, I can't help it. And upside down, you're just going to have to deal with it. So there you go.
Alright, so fucking Eric, man. This guy. So we're done. Splitter's back on, diffuser's back on, diff brace is made, installed. Everything's locked in place. Valkyrie is back to the condition she was before blowing up, and now even better. So
yep, got her all done, tagged up, and I don't think we have too much else to really do. We still need to do the airbag stuff. I'm still not 100%. I'm still not 100% happy with that. We might be calling somebody up to send us some
wiring diagrams,
some wires. Spend what was the dude's name that got your seats?
Chandler.
Yeah.
Have to hit up Chandler and see what he can do for us.
Just rip all that out, like airbags and everything.
Right, take it all out. So the next things that are going to be coming up, we're still waiting on the drive shaft. I might say fuck it and go to the track once or twice anyway. Why not? I have an upper and lower intake that still needs to go in the car, ported. I have a port and polished throttle bite needs to go on, and then summer's coming. We need cooler temperatures, so we might go ahead and get that meth kit put on. Why not? Get the car at 530 horsepower? Who knows? But anyway, there it is, guys. Thanks for spending the day with us. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. Stay savage.
Stay in the life of me.